All right, so you asked me for another video, and here is one. This is for the fusion class. So I'm gonna do the first movement using the straps. I'll do the next movement with weights or different props I have here. And if you're doing this by yourself, you can switch back and forth between the two. If you're doing it with somebody, just like we do it in class, one person starts here, one on the floor, and then you switch. So here we go. We can start with a little bit of stretching. So I'm going to pull back, palms down. I'm going to hinge forward, stretch, pulling it back. Again, forward. Do this for a couple of seconds since this is going to be a warm-up too. Now. And again. One more time out. This time I'm going to roll in. And when I roll out, I'm going to come into a pistol. My first set is going to be with the same foot, just coming into a pistol. Not all the way down yet because this is still a warm up. One more this side. And now from here, I'm going to bring it back into a warrior three, pulling back. When I come into my pistol, when I come into the warrior three, I'm pushing down. Bring it up. Tightening up abs for balance. Again, and one more. And now the other side. Reach forward, come to a pistol. High pistol, down, stretching it out, warming up my thighs, my glutes, my shoulders. More. Now this time after the pistol, I'm going to go into pushing down, bring it up. If you can, try not to put your left foot on the ground as you switch between pistol and warrior three. Couple more. And last one. All right, I'm going to stretch out my side. So I'm going to drop one of my handles. And bring it up like this over my head so that my elbow's over my ears, and I'm going to lean my hip out and come back. So you might have to adjust where your feet are, leaning back up, stretching out again, and back up. Other side. Arms up, over, elbows over my ears. So when I lean in, I'm stretching out my outer obliques, and then I pull in with my right oblique. So my left oblique is stretching, and then I pull up with the right. And one more. And back to center. All right. Now I'm going to start using the straps. First movement is going to be a wide row. And this is going to be, I'm going to do 1 minute for each of these next movements using the straps. So a wide row, palms are facing down, lean back. And when I row, my hands stay up near my shoulders. Pulling back. Make sure when you're doing this all the time that the straps stay tight. So when you come up, you don't want this, or you don't want them to be loose at all. You want to keep tension, pulling back. You can adjust your feet. Hips are about, or the feet are about hip width apart. Back. back. Now as I'm doing this, if it feels too easy, you can take a little step in, because the closer your feet are to the base, the more your weight you lift. A couple more seconds here. And last one. In between, I'll take a few second break before I go to the next movement. So this next one, I'm going to keep the strap in my right hand. I'm going to row in and touch, and I'm going to try to keep my legs straight and lean back. So I'm going to reach up and lean back. We've done a movement like this before where we've done a squat. So it is not this one. We're not doing that one today. We're doing one where we're leaning back and then rowing up. So leaning back, rowing up. Back and up. Oh, there's a little crack there. I'm adjusting. And up. Again, when I come up, I'm still keeping the strap tight as I pull back. The temptation is to go like this and relieve the pressure, but try not to do that. Back, up, back, and this is the last one on this side. Up, and I'm going to release. Shake it out. I'm going to go back to a wide row before I go the other side. So wide row again, lean back, elbows come out to the side, back and out to the side. So when you do this, please bring your own music. I did not provide music for this one, because the last time I did, there's copyright laws, and I want to make sure that I'm not infringing on anything. So a couple more seconds. I just stepped in a little bit. Abs are tight. Just had to remind myself. Couple more. Rolling back, squeezing. Back. Squeeze. Back. Last one. I'm going to drop the right one. This is my left hand. And I'm going to start with the row up. And I'll have to adjust as I continue. Up, back, back, about halfway. So I have to determine if I'm going to stay here or change. I'm coming back on my heels too when I'm leaning back. Trying to keep resist putting my butt down and bending my legs. And last one. Shake it out. So I'm going to stretch out my palms, shake it out, and the next movement is going to be using dumbbells. So I'm going to go heavy because I'm going to do some different versions of deadlifts. And this is for your hamstrings and glutes. So the first one I'm going to do, using my heaviest weights, is a regular deadlift. So I'm going to come down to about my shins, chin up, and then I'm going to pull it up. Trying not to let my back cave in, trying to keep a flat back, and come up. Flat back, stop for a second, and up. So my knees are not bending very much, a little bit, because you don't want to hyperextend them and lock them out. Down, up. Trying to keep my chin out. Feeling this hamstrings, calves a little bit, glutes. Couple more minutes. And that's fine. Now I'm going to change the way my feet are. I'm going to start toes pointed in. Same thing with chin up. Trying not to let my shoulders cave in like this. I want it to be more flat back, chin up. This way. And now I'm going to heels together. Couple more this way. Feel on different sides of your legs. And last one here. Next set I'm going to do, I'm going to be bent at the waist. I have my heavier weights and I'm going to do quick rows like this. So it's pulsing up and down and I'm bent over just a little bit. And again, 1 minute here. So pumping and it's quick. Trying to keep my back flat, not like this. See the difference? Just quick, my elbows are coming up and down. I'm feeling this in my lats. A bit more. A few more seconds. Okay. Feel a little bit in my biceps too. And I'm breaking here. Weights down, pull shoulders back, stretching out a little bit. We'll stretch out as we go, just to avoid big long stretch at the end. And we're gonna go back to the straps now. So for this, I'm gonna do bicep curl. So these will be 40 seconds. So bicep curl, just to refresh, you're leaning back, your palms are up. Placing your feet determines how much you lift. My elbows stay up, and then my palms come toward my face. All right, first set, ready, begin. Now what you also want to make sure is that you don't curl in like this. You're trying to get all the, concentrating on the biceps. So I am coming back on my heels a little bit to resist sitting down. This helps keeps me more in a plank position, I find. A few more. And that's the last one. I'm going to continue with biceps. For the next set, I'm going to keep my biceps like this. 90 degrees, and I'm going to pulse up. Ready? And begin. So you're pulsing, you're setting up with your resistance, and I'm just pulsing right here. It's not a big movement. My biceps are tight the whole time. As you can see, my wrists are straight. I'm not gripping like this. My palms are open. Pushing up. Trying not to sit back like that. And also try not to lean forward like that. Trying to stay in a plank position. Okay, and break in there. One more set of biceps this way. I think this move we haven't done in class. But again, we're gonna start, this is our starting position, and we're gonna reach up, up, and then both. So it's gonna be single, single, double. 45 seconds. Lean back, palms open, 90 degrees, single, single, double. Single, single, double. Pull back the whole time, double. Single, single, double. Single, single. That's about halfway. So you can always adjust. So if you're doing this and it starts getting really hard, maybe rather than stop, which is always an option, you can just step back a little bit, which would be like decreasing the amount of weight that you're lifting. And last ones. And woo! Look at that. Stretch that out. Stretch. And back here. Back to the dumbbells. So for this one, I'm going to do medium weights because these will be a minute. And first we're going to do palms up and we're going to cross. So with my medium weights, my palms are up and I'm going to cross like this. Okay, those get heavy real quick. I may have to drop halfway, we'll see. Okay, starting point, cross. So I'm trying not to go like this because then it becomes something else. If you keep your hips straight and my arms are not down here, I'm at least waist height. And you really, really feel this in your biceps, believe it or not. I'm using my core to stabilize because I'm fighting the weight when I turn. My body wants to turn that way. So you really have to tuck your abs in so you don't. And there we go. I'm gonna need to stretch after that. Next one. Again, with my medium weights. So I'm going to alternate curls. 1 minute and 2. So to do this by yourself, what you really need is a stopwatch or timer. You can use your phone. If you would rather use a printout of this workout rather than watch a video, that can be arranged too. So just see me. I can always email it to you if I'm away. Couple more, that's halfway. Now these weights are heavy enough where I can't just fling them around. I have to be very slow and deliberate with the curl. If you're swinging it and you're going too fast, that means your weights are too light. And I'm using my abs to stabilize also. Okay, and that's that this time. Next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of a squat to that. So it's gonna be a squat and a hammer curl. Weights are by my side. When I come down, my weights are like this. When I stand up, they're at my side. So this gets your cardio going. Anytime you're up and down is cardio. So down, the squat position, my knee stays in alignment with my ankles. My butt is going back. My chin is up. And I'm breathing hard. I might have to mute this. That's halfway. One. Last one. Put my weights down. Whoops. Okay, stopping. And I'm going to go back to the straps with some squats. And a little bit of a drink. Reset my timer here. So these are going to be your regular squats. And these will also be a minute. Oh, I never started my watch. Oh well. Regular squats. Pulling back, I'm driving my car, my elbows are in, so I'm not extended like that. I sit back, down, and up. When I come up, they don't go loose. Keep pulling back. And also, you don't want to go too slow. So if you know you're doing this a minute, you don't go down and come up. You keep up, try to keep up the same pace. This also gets your heart rate up because it's up and down movement. You should be warmed up now, so you can come down fairly low. And last one here. I'm going to reach in. That helps stretch out my hamstrings. I'm going to come up. Next movement is squat with a row. So, again, drive my car, position my feet, squat all the way down, come up, row in, out. And here I go, 1 minute. So I pull back. When I go down, my arms are out. I come up, I'm still pulling back, and I row. And it goes out, down, up, row. So try to get into a rhythm with this. You don't want to come up and have them go like that. And you also don't want to do one of those, which is where you're pulling yourself up. That's not what this movement is. This is a regular row, I guess, or low row, as opposed to the high Y one that we did earlier. So it's low row. And one more. Again, up and in. Pull forward to release your hamstrings. One more set of squats. It's gonna be a bicep. So for this one, palms up. When you go down, your palms are up. When you come up, you curl out, down, and up. And here we go. Palms up. Squat down, up. Bicep curl, down, up, curl, down, up. You have to remind yourself, keep the elbows up. Is this the urge? Like I just almost did like this. You don't want to push your abdomen up. You want to stay in your plank. And one more. And release. Release it in. Up. And shoot down. Okay, take a pause here. We'll get a drink. And we're going to be doing some lunges. So, this will be with a heavier weight. So you're gonna lunge forward, and then you're gonna twist. Come forward and back. So, the weight is gonna be not in the leg that you keep straight, back in your lunge. Then you're gonna take it, and you're gonna twist, and then push up. All right, we will do 40 seconds each side, 45 seconds each side. Step forward, turn, back, because I think I'm running out of time here. Forward. So you have to stabilize here, too, with balance. When you do a lunge, if you keep your legs wider apart, there's more stability than if you try to keep them in a straight line. So you don't want to go like this, where my legs are straight in a line. You want to step a little bit wide, turn, forward, push back, and do one more. And that was with my right leg behind. Same thing. Left leg's going to be behind. I'm going to be twisting to my right. Step forward, twist, forward, twist, and so twist from my torso, fighting for balance, and it's engaged. Also, try to keep your chest up when you twist. Try not to collapse. Oh, one more. And bring it back. Take a break, get a drink. And we're going to go into triceps. So, triceps facing out. Oh no, I got one more here. Pulsing, sorry. One more, 30 seconds each side with the pulses. So, left leg forward, static lunge, pulse. So, I'm trying to do 90-90 here with my legs. Without a break in between, I'll be switching to the other side. So that's halfway. And that's 3, 2, 1, together, other side. A little bit more. Try to keep your shoulders back, head up, except when you're looking at your timer. And together, put the weights down. You do a little stretch here, so you can hold on to the wall, stretch those quads. Side. And then we're ready for triceps. We're back to the straps. So first set is gonna be our regular triceps, which is where you're facing out, palms are down. Your arms are straight in front of you like Superman. You're not leaning back like this. Plank position. Back of your hand comes to your forehead and push out. Here you go, 40 seconds, 45 seconds. Set it up. And push. Palms up, palms down. Palms up. So if it starts getting a lot and feel like you're getting weak, you can always take a step out. Because remember, the further you step away from the wall, the less you're lifting. This is really good tricep isolation. And last one. Release. We're going to take that a step further. So we're going to go full tricep. So you might want to adjust where you're standing for this, because instead of just going here and pushing back, you're going to come all the way back and push forward. So when you go back, try to keep your wrists straight. You come back, elbows come by your forehead and push down. So this is a little bit more intense, or you can repeat the first movement. And begin. Again, when you stand up, try not to stand up where you release all your resistance from the strap. So you should try to push up, forward, and up. And then that way, and you're on your toes, that way you won't be tempted to release the pressure on the strap. Ooh. Last one there. One more set. We're gonna go for this one, thumbs inside. So the strap is next to your body. You're gonna lean out, and now you're gonna push up like this. So this would be, if you were on the floor, a tricep push-up. But it's a standing tricep push-up. Really burning it up. So set yourself up, palms in, come down, and then push up. Now again, notice I'm not going like this. I'm in a plank. Push back, my arms are coming back. And then I push out. And back. My hands are actually open too, so I'm not gripping. Bring it up, release, and stretch that out. That you feel right away. And down. So that was the wall section, and now we are back to weights. What we're gonna do here is grab a mat and a yoga block. We're gonna get into some abs. I'll just run over here. Get my yoga mat, I should have this. So with my yoga block, you can be taking a drink right now or taking a break or whatever. I'm gonna put the yoga block on the top of my foot, like this. And then I'm gonna balance it there as this leg goes up and down. Right, so you're tightening everything up. Right, get ready. Let me set it up. And begin. I'll keep it straight there. So I'm gonna hold my head up with my arms are wide. I've tightened up my abs, so it's like somebody punched me. I wanna make sure everything's tight. And I'm stabilizing the foot with the block on it as the other one's going up and down. A couple more seconds, not so bad. And last one, bring it down. And do the other side. So, set it up. Other leg is right next to it. You can hold your head up, arms wide, and again, before I started doing this, I tightened up my abs, stabilize. So of course, the lower you bring your leg down, the more of like a leg lift sensation you're getting. If you can't bring it down like this, you can always do it here. All right, and that one is done. Bring them both in. Okay, next one. Okay, I'm gonna hold this block like this. This is called a diamond when the soles of my feet are together. So I'm gonna bring it up and down, up and down. All right. We'll quickly find out which side is the side that you tend to roll to. Now you have to fight that feeling to roll to the side. So I'm trying to keep my knees wide, my legs are going up and down. By holding the block here, you're just keeping your arms up, so you're not using any assistance with them down by your side or whatever. And so you have to really concentrate on keeping your knees wide. And break. Bring it in. Now you can keep your feet on the ground with the block. Lift up and down. Lift up and down this way. And begin. Lift up and down. Squeeze in the block. Trying to reach the ceiling with it, and down. So my shoulders are coming off the mat. I'm squeezing up and down, up and down. I'm also trying not to go like this. I'm trying to keep my face up. A couple more seconds. Okay, and last one. Bring your knees in, rock back and forth. So when you bring your knees in like this, rock back and forth, that releases your lower back. Just feels good. Okay, come on. And now we have to do abs using the straps. So, actually, before we do that, we're going to do some more glute work before we get down to our planks. So, with the straps, you're going to take one strap. We're going to start with the donkey. So, the strap is in my left hand. I'm going to lean forward like this, and I'm going to pulse this leg up. So, this arm is bent. This leg is bent, hopefully like 90 degrees, and I am struggling with balance. I'm gonna go like that. Now, if you want to intensify that at any time, you can come on your standing leg on your toe and bring it up. So now that way, I'm working my standing leg a lot as well as my raised leg. All right, let's go. So I'm going to try right away with the up on my toe, back leg is bent, pushing up. Come down, shut. And now from here, I'm going to go out to the side. Again, balancing. I'm trying to keep my face facing the wall. And now again, if you want to come up on your toe, you can balance any way you want to with this arm. And release. Forward releases the glutes. Go right into the other side. So, right hand, starting with flat foot, one leg, get your balance, so my arm is bent a little bit, and start like this, and then when you get your balance, you can come up on your toe, and begin. Everybody, one side is better than the other. It's all depending on where you're looking with your eyes, really. I'll take the rest of that down, and now out to the side. One more second. That's really tight, and release, forward, and bring it back. Okay, now we're going to go back down to the mat using these face up. So you're going to need your heavier weights. We're going to do a couple different variations of it, chest press. So when you do this chest press though, you're going to take this yoga block and you're going to keep it in between your knees because we will be adding to that. So take your weights. You're going to start chest press this way. Now when I'm squeezing, I'm taking this yoga block and I'm not just keeping it there, I'm squeezing. And I'm going to do the first 30 seconds like this, and the last 30 seconds I'm going to lift as I'm squeezing that yoga block that way. Let me set this up so I can see it. All right, ready? Grab your weights and begin. So another little hint or tip, when you're doing a chest press, it should be right by your chest. So if you're up here, that's a lot easier, but not chest press. So you have to keep it down here, and you'll actually feel it across your chest. Bring it all the way up, and don't let your elbows come all the way like this. Comes down close to the floor. Now, the next 30 seconds, I'm lifting into a bridge as I keep pushing. 2, and 1. Bring everything down. Now, the next one is going to be, movement is going to be a fly. So for fly, you start here, your elbows are going to be bent a little bit, come out to the side, and back together. First 30 seconds like this. Second 30 seconds, we're lifted into the bridge, squeezing the block. Okay. Reposition if you need to. And begin. To the side. Again, try to do this down by your chest and not up by your shoulders. Now I'm going to lift up and down. Lift it up. Knees. 10 more seconds. One, and bring it down, and release. Yes, lift it up. All right, we're going to go into back to the straps, and your favorite thing, the planks. So, put the weights out of the way, push the mat closer to the base. Now, since I'm downstairs, if I was upstairs where I usually do the class, I tell you to put it on a 10. Because these are mounted a little bit lower here, I'm gonna go down almost to an 8. So you don't want your toes touching, but you don't want to arch your back. I'm gonna change to the glutes. Over. So to do this, take you cross, so there's an X. You put the padded part on the top of your foot, like this. Keep your feet up as you turn over and uncross the straps. First plank I'm gonna do is, I call it the cannonball. So my arms are under my shoulders. I'm on my hands and knees. And when I lift, I'm gonna tuck my chin in and I'm gonna bring my knees in, like that. Okay, ready? And lift. Holding steady. Bringing my knees in as much as I can. Moving. And we'll break right there. Gonna come down. Let's just sit back for a second. Get ready for the next one. So the next one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come out a little bit more. It's gonna be another straight arm. I'm gonna extend this time and pull in and out for a crunch. Get ready, and begin. The speed that you do this is really up to you. If you go fast, the time's not going to go by any faster. Just make sure you keep your butt up. You don't want to sag your back. And down. And release your shoulders. For all of you that like elbow planks, we're going to do an elbow plank, opening and closing our legs. So, Ready? Set it up, elbows, and open close. So I find it helpful if my head is down, keeps my back more in alignment, I think. When you feel yourself starting to sag, lift it back up. And breathe down. And push back. Why don't we do one more? Let's do a bicycle. So you can do this one either on your elbows or straight arm, just a regular bicycle. Ready? Again, speed is up to you. Knees down. Push back, and that's it for the planks. Just do a couple more abs on the mat, and then a little bit of a stretch. So for this, I like to drop my hips down, bring my chin up, and you can feel the stretch right across your abs. What we're going to do now is a reverse plank. So for this, your palms, your fingers face forward, you're sitting face up, and you're gonna lift like this, like a plank. So what you just did, we're only gonna do one face up, and it's gonna be 30 seconds. Set it up, and lift. Oh, I'm starting to shave. I guess from everything. About 10 more seconds. This is supposed to help with posture too. Oh, Matt's sliding. All right, sit down. And lean forward, release. We're gonna do tabletop now. And the difference between what we just did, the reverse plank, our legs were out straight. This is tabletop. Our fingers are still facing in. Gonna come tabletop and down, up and down. And breathe. So up, head goes back, down, up, down. A little bit of everything here. Abs, glutes, shoulders. And forward. And come back on my elbows. I'm just going to do a couple of pushes this way. So when you push out, it can be at an angle like this. Maybe you went up, or maybe you go down. Just if you go, the lower you get, you don't want to start arching back. All right, let's do a few of those, and then we'll be done. So I hope you like this one. A little bit different. And release. Cross your legs and roll forward. Stretch your hips. Around, roll your legs. Over. I'm just gonna come forward, unroll. I'm on my hands and knees now. Come in. And release. In. And release. Walk my hands out a little bit. One more ab stretch by dropping my hips, using my chin. Push back into child's pose. Roll all the way through. Lifting up my knees on my toes. One more roll forward. Back into a down dog. Pedaling down. Walk my hands back. Come halfway up, chin out. Stretch. Set my chin and roll it up. Shoulders back. Chin up. Thank you. See you in 2 weeks.